the laptop set up and we'll get started.
A team dedicated to tackling tough issues across the state, demanding answers from your leaders. Investigative reporting for a stronger Maryland.
Well, we are taking a live look over the White House as President Donald Trump says he wants to put a limit on credit card interest rates. In a Truth Social post yesterday, the president said the American public is being ripped off and called for a 5-year cap on credit card interest rates at 10%. Trump wants the cap to take effect January 20th, marking the 1-year anniversary of his return to the White House. The post did not get into whether the cap would require voluntary participation from credit card companies or be enforced through government action. This is the president's third major social media announcement this week aimed at lowering the costs for Americans. The U.S. economy added about 50,000 jobs last
What
month,
was that?
according to an estimate by the Bureau of Statistics. Now, that total is
That
down
app
from
you
the
used to
60,000
have
jobs it
for
added in November.
lighting.
The number
Frank
also
had
falls
you put
short of
on
the 55,000
For
new
the,
jobs economists
for
warned
the
the
about.
lights.
I
Analysts say
can't
rising
remember
trade
that
and
app.
immigration policy, inflation, and high interest rates were fueling uncertainty,
That was
leading
one
employers to
Frank
hire fewer workers.
walked around with, and just grabbed it when he did it.
We saw, over 4.3% GDP growth at the last check. Obviously, we want to see jobs created. We want to see the economy continue to grow. As you just pointed out, the stock market has been hitting record highs. So there are a
There
lot
we
of
go.
positive indicators.
Good morning, Brian and
Researchers
Patty.
also reported an
Good
unemployment rate
morning
of
to you
App
guys.
for
2.8%, down from
lighting
November's
and
4-year
rooms.
high of
I thought Brian would
4.6%.
be here for this one.
Americans
It's a
have a new
bow.
start date for tax
Squirrel with the
season
bow.
set for Monday, January 26th. Experts are warning about the importance of filing early this year. They say that filing
I
early
penciled it
saved
all
more
in
than
so far.
300,000 IRS workers who laid
Uh,
off last year. Now, to counter
yeah,
those
we're going to
cuts,
have fun
the
with
state
this one.
reactivated its system to automate
The
filing entries.
Here's the black bear. I got it cleared up. I got to buff the container.
Your timely mail a
So
day late.
black bear is all
Services
done,
issue a
cleared,
longer marking
and
may limit
everything.
extra
So
fraud, but will instead
turned
boost
that
its
good.
size and effectiveness.
Hope
The
y'all
president says
enjoy
it
it.
is cutting costs and emissions by reducing trips, which could mean carriers receive mail in some mailboxes the next day rather than the evening it was
There, you
delivered.
just bought the new bow. I know you.
Delays continue to
What
fuel
kind you get? A Hoyt?
speculation, but search for John
A
Paul's
Hoyt is a
replacement
good bow.
will lead to more fraud and hacks coming up in sports news.
What's the call sign that the ex-Lady who was injured in a car accident? The insurance companies better send phony
So you're
doctors
gonna
to
take down a
hospitals
bear with the
and make
bow?
claims
Your new
anyway.
bow?
Here's how they send it out to 911. Why? Because maybe the outcome will be better.
Get stronger with best-in-class Quips pet benefits.
All right.
$15 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month.
Don't
Minimum
ever
$20.
turn that test
Extended to Friday,
low.
January 16th.
Okay.
If you do, it'll shut off. And if it shuts off and it don't work, you gotta push down on it right there with a pencil.
Okay.
And it'll reset.
Oh, you got a Matthew. Okay. Just deers and turkeys. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to get a bear with a bow, but they got to be a little close and for comfort. Too close for comfort. I have a bow, but it's a bear bow. It's one of them real big ones, and I guess I don't. It's a bear bow. I practiced with it before, but I never took down no animals with it, and right now it's just got spider webs on it because I don't use it. I'm not a fan of bow hunting. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's one of them real big bows. All right.
Saturday, you may just want to
I
stay
think I'm
away
going
from
to
the
do the
cold
gray
temperatures
first.
we are experiencing
just do them up with the gray first, or I should go with the light color, the lighter color, which would be nah, the gray is a light color. Hmm. That's going to be a lot more fun of the fur in that because of his tail and that. So it's like his tail goes around. You see how his legs right there, but you don't see his leg on the branch of the this. This picture is a picture that I took myself, and that's been well over 10 years ago. I seen this hanging up on a wall somewhere, and I thought it was so cool. I said I'm going to do it, but I want to make it go all the way up because it's on like the tree was cut down and it's on the flat board mounted into onto a wall because you can see the bark right here on the tree. But I went ahead and made it as a tree going up and that. And then I got them on a branch right there. So I did the branch going right down the bottom of here. And I did the technique on a piece of paper where I had this on the paper and that. And I did the backside like how Scott and some of the other people are doing, where you take the pencil and you do the back on the back of the paper, you do the pencil and that. And so I went ahead and just traced around what I needed. Uh, the areas like the dark spots and that, I got it on here. I put an X, so that lets me know where the dark area will be, and according to the tail and stuff like that. So now I know when I go to spray paint it, I have these areas marked out and how I divided it up on like how the areas are a little bit darker or different colors and stuff like that. So I marked it all out and I can follow this as I go along and that. Okay. Now let me. Oh, I forgot to get some of my. Hey, we're going to use the gun. I'm going to use is the Evolution gun, the H&S gun, and I got Timothy John Luke's gun up here.
Get this, you can watch the NFL playoffs right here
I'm going
on
to be using
YouTube.
that one too.
NFC South winning their way
Uh,
to the 5 seed Los
we're
Angeles
going to go
Rams
with the
and
lighter gray.
then tomorrow tune in for the NFC East champion.
These are paints I already got mixed up, so I could go ahead and use them.
Bring back the
Add
NFC
some
championship
reducer.
2023
Uh,
game.
I do have a brown collection also. I got several cups here. You guys can see I got several cups. I got the darker gray here. That's a darker one. And then I got that one. But I have like different colored browns and that. I can work my way into it. It's like you do how you do it. Uh, then I have, the cool thing about using these, here's a darker brown. I could gradually work my way up with some of the colors that I do have already have mixed up in that. I got tons of color mixed up in that. See, I can see them how dark they get, and that these will probably be mainly for the tree in the background. But some of these I got to use on the squirrel, so I might be using that one a little bit for his head up there. And then some of this one here I can use on the back part of him with the tail and a little bit on his back. So we keep them out.
Yesterday's two interviews kind of like the Ravens interviewed two coaches the day prior.
That's why it's just always see this color here.
Interviews already done for the Ravens, and Steve
This color here, I got marked as skin,
six
like a skin tone.
as well.
And I think I could use this one a little bit around. Just like how I did the bear, is you could just work your way around like how the colors are and that. This is a good one too. This might be a good one to go around close by. This one is a good one. Oh, you guys, Miss Timothy John Luke Wednesday night. A lot of people missed him Wednesday night. He's back. Dan, good morning to you. I don't know if I should keep this. There you go. Yeah, the black bear is all done. And that's cleared and all that. So, like I said, I just got to come around and wet sand and buff it a little bit. But that bear turned out. It turned out really good, surprisingly. Turned out really good. And like I say, it's 90% paintbrush. I mean, not paintbrush, airbrush on the bear. And it's really 95% airbrush. Then the rest of the leaves and all this, like how they're supposed to be in the background and that. Because it's like when you, the reason to have it dark back on the background of this, it's like that's the woods. The bear came out of the woods and he's out on the grass and everything right there. Then I got a little bit of red going there. On the bear picture itself, he had a little bit of red there. The red, some of these red branches and that you see off coming off the ground and that, those are huckleberries, and bears eat the huckleberries. Deer, all of them will eat the huckleberries. So that's why I have some of the red on here. Bears will eat a lot of huckleberries. If you see a huckleberry branch stuff around, bears and deer, they all eat them huckleberries. So it's good to have them around on the ground and that. All right. Let's get started. Like I said, I'm going to do the gray, and we're going to start with the light one. Keep all these off to the side. It's raining here. Supposed to rain most of the day and that. And I'm trying to. I've been trying to do this program on my laptop and phone to where on the bottom side corner, I'm trying to do where my laptop is facing me, and I want to do the laptop screen down in the bottom corner, and then I want my phone to do the screen going this way. That's why I'm asking questions on people who do the live stream and that. I'm trying to get that in there so you guys could see me and whatever. Yeah, it's supposed to get windy later on. I wanted to go to the flea market and check out that. Because I want to see what they charge. If you go to the flea market, some of them have tables that you can rent like $30 or maybe less than that, and you can sell your artwork there.
20 or 30 years ago, I've got my Sunday back. Start your day with Fox 25
If nobody's buying them off,
breaking stories as they break.
if nobody's buying them,
Demanding a job
nobody's buying my work. There, or
rather just helping you
a
find
lot of them are commissioning me instead of buying the artwork,
all local, all morning. 250 years, America has been driven by community, creativity,
which is okay. I don't mind
coast to
that.
coast, we celebrate the moments that connect us, inspire us, and move us forward. Fox 25 News celebrates
And like I have told everybody, I want to do animal paintings right now because I didn't have enough of them. And it all depends on what area you're at to sell paintings because it's got to fit that general public it's in that area.
weather hits. Fox 25 News is your weather authority. This program
So the animal paintings, if I'm up in the mountains and that, I have some of these animal paintings. Maybe I'll sell some
superpowers,
there.
movies, comic books.
But planet Earth is full of some incredible creatures, and you have no idea what they're capable of.
Because the truth is, there are lots of animals that have superpowers.
And I was at Hobby Lobby the other day, and uh, I picked up some 4021, but they had them in small bottles, and then in the bigger bottles, they had the 4011. I was like, I'm done with 4011. Told the people there at Hobby Lobby, I said, yeah, 4021's the new thing. The 4011 is out. But you know how that goes when you're at a store and you talk to some people, they don't know what's going on. They don't, and really, like they said, uh, they get, they don't order a Pacific and that. They just have whatever they ship to that store. That's what they said to me the one time.
A dragonfly is an incredibly
So I guess if
fly.
their facility only has
Fly backwards,
the small bottles of the 4021, that's what they're going to send to each store till they are out of them. And then they'll put the 4021. Yeah, Patty, I noticed that they got a another brand starting to go get there with it. It's model paint.
a dragonfly is actually one of the most successful hunters in the world.
They got model paint, and I'm not familiar with it. I've been trying to watch the YouTube channel of seeing if they
9 out of 10 times,
these guys are using what brand of these paints.
these guys are incredibly talented hunters.
Oh, you guys, if you want a really good gun, I do recommend this H&S gun. I think it's probably every bit as good as a Tacoma or that Takumi. because it does shoot really fine. Up, and I almost forgot. Always cover your paint back up. Put it back in. Put the lid back on it. And I gotta do something with this. I'm gonna take you guys for a ride. We're gonna go up higher. My head keeps hitting.
But in fact, it has five. It has three smaller eyes that we don't really notice,
My
but
head
are
keeps
very
hitting
important.
that. So,
These extra eyes help dragonflies
get it up higher.
200 images per second. For comparison, our human vision is about
There you
60
go.
images per second.
See how it looks
These
on
basically
screen.
see the world in slow motion. Slow-mo vision means they can plan their maneuvers in real time. It's another reason why they are
You
so
got it
useful
set
in
good. All
everyday
right,
life.
now it's up higher. My head's out of the way.
When we return,
Get my eyes on,
water,
and we're gonna do the gray.
will surprise you.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back, your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, one of a kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green lip mussels of New Zealand. Drug free, non habit forming, it's small, easy to swallow, and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. If
All
you're
right.
experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL. Just ask anybody who uses it. The results are undeniable.
Let's start with. We'll go under here. Let's backside a little bit.
Really felt the pain. I mean, in my ankles and my heels.
I'm telling you about something that's gonna change your life. It has revived me.
This works.
I'm not a prisoner anymore to my pain.
As I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL and it changed my life. Today I'm here at my ranch exercising some of my polo ponies. So
I
it's
don't
getting
know if
harder
you're
to
picking
find
that
work
up.
outside
How
of
I'm
the
putting
summer
it down.
school business. And then I ran into
You
some
see how the
amazing
color
people.
going
You
on
should try
there.
Omega XL. And look what it's done. I feel better than I felt in the last 30 years.
I'm a little
Omega
bit of
XL
ways
gives you the
away
ability to
from
get
it.
back in the saddle. It works great. If you're in pain, I want you to know that there is real hope out there. I'm living proof. See the difference it can make in your life, just like it did in mine.
Pick up the phone and call now. Buy one Omega XL, and we'll send you a second bottle and Vitamin XL D3 absolutely free. Buy one, get two free. Price
Try to
starts
stay
only at
lighter
$14
as I'm
for
closer to
4
there.
We send
Trying
you
to
with
keep the
free delivery
darkness
too,
back
and now
here.
shipping is free. Backed by our money back guarantee. Omega XL is not available in stores, so call now.
Near his back. It's like this part here is like his stomach, and it's supposed to be like a white in a way, and then there. So try to do
flying
that.
out into the air. Flying fish. If they caught you by surprise, you're not alone. In fact, that's the whole point.
Flying fish fly to escape predators.
If you're a predatory fish, you're not going to expect your prey to leave the water. That's not going to happen. This honestly is a marvel of nature, and it's stunning.
There are actually more than 40 species of flying fish found around the world. They all achieve their superpower in basically the same way.
What it will do is it'll swim at the surface really, really fast. And right as its body leaves the water, it'll start shaking its tail and just create thrust.
When they do that, those fins are going to open up. They're going to catch the air and they're going to glide. But they don't have to go back into the water when they're done. What they can do is they can get a little bit more red with that caudal fin and then go back up again.
You see the squirrel's muscle in his arm?
more than 12
Pulling
miles.
that bow back.
That's practically the height of the Empire State Building.
And it genuinely looks like a line.
Now the front part of it is white, so we'll leave that go.
Our next animal also has a tricky move that it likes to pull. In Hollywood, snakes are usually cast as the villain.
Now that's supposed to be white right there, but we'll
So when you hear one actually fly,
come up here,
we
keep it
understand.
around that area.
It's kind of scary, but at the same time,
This is
it's
just the
really
main
scary.
stage of blocking it in.
This reptile that's meant to be on the ground to be able to soar through the sky. It's pretty impressive. One way to think about it is like airplanes. Snakes are successfully exploring the vast jungle and forests of South and Southeast Asia. So your odds of running into one are pretty slim.
These snakes live in these forests where the canopies go extremely tall. So the easiest way to get from point A to point B is to actually jump from tree to tree. And a lot of their prey all have this evolutionary trait.
Flying snakes had to evolve a similar adaptation to survive.
There ain't much of a gray up
Getting
there,
dropped
but
from
if
the
it hits
ceiling
up
was a
there,
huge advantage.
that's okay.
When we say drop, we really mean
Keeping it light.
drop. Flying snakes are technically better fallers than flyers.
It is actually falling, but it's gliding itself down very carefully and under complete control.
Like I said, this area here is
Here's what
darker.
they're really doing.
They'll be in a high branch. They'll crawl out. About half their body will go off the branch. And then with great force, they'll lunge
This
themselves onto the
area is
branch.
darker.
As it falls, it spreads its ribs out and
They'll
flaps
get
its wings.
darker as I put the
This is how
browns and that
it
in there,
slows its
these
death.
other colors. But we're going to go ahead
It's
and
just a really
put
unique
like a darker
adaptation.
line of the gray in there.
What a fantastic animal.
When we come back, we'll check out a bird with built-in GPS. And later, an adorable creature with a surprising move.
Right here in this area, I want a little bit darker.
We're here with Chris tuning in to talk about why Leaf Filter is the best choice for homeowners in this season.
Chris, why now?
If I'm investing
And
in
just
real
kind of
estate,
keep looking back at your reference where you want a dark area at.
Leaf Filter
Right
keeps your
here
gutters
by,
clog-free
let
year-round.
me,
Especially in blizzard
where's my
conditions,
pencil?
windstorms, downpours, Leaf Filter has you covered.
Pencil eraser, erase this area up a little bit
Schedule your
here.
free inspection today. Call 833 Leaf Filter or visit leaffilter.com.
Because this is like near his arm and that.
CashNetUSA.com.
It's like right there in that area.
Send the
So
money as soon as the same
I
business.
darkened the whole thing.
Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need. For a limited time,
So I'm just
70%
erasing what I got as I go along.
from Empire today. Save big with up to 50% off.
So I want like right there.
Guaranteed. Get Empire's
I want to kind of
and save
darken it with the gray a little bit.
Visit EmpireToday.com or call or text to schedule your free in-home estimate. You know the number.
Keep your gutters clog-free year-round. No matter where you live, no matter the climate. Locally trained professionals will clean, repair, and install the Leaf Filter gutter protection system. Leaf Filter guarantees clog-free gutters for the life of your home. Schedule your free inspection today. Call 833 Leaf
There.
Filter or visit leaffilter.com.
Now we'll do the tail up a little bit more.
Need some help?
I know. I'm going to cashnetusa.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
There.
Go to
A little bit
cashnetusa.com
down.
for the money you
Now do the bottom part there a little bit.
Simple as I saw
The tree, I'll just hit a little bit. The branch that he's on.
Visit EmpireToday.com or call or text to schedule your free in-home estimate. You know the number.
Have you ever found yourself completely lost with no idea where you are or how to get to where you're going? Well, our next animal has never had that problem. Pigeons. Not exactly an animal you think of when you hear of superpowers.
Pigeons don't really get a bad rap. I mean, there's so many of them. My mother used to say they're rats with wings. I wish people would just take a look
These
at
are
the
where the
pigeons.
knots are on the tree.
They're incredibly clever, but also just incredibly beautiful.
They just have some little
Pigeons are
little
complicated.
thing going up.
And on top of that, they have an amazing ability.
Pigeons are part of a family called Columbini, related to doves as well. And they're actually best known for their ability to
There
find
you
directions
go.
without a map or compass.
That'll be
Believe
there.
it or not, some species of pigeons can easily
Oh,
find their way home from more than
this is like the
1,000
bark of the
kilometers away.
tree.
Think about the pigeons from
It's
Dallas
like a
to
dark
Los
line
Angeles.
back in here
Even more impressive,
of the
we're taking
tree.
pigeons in complete isolation where they
The
can't
way
see
it is
anybody.
on the picture in that, like I said. I'll just keep it going.
Squirrel, like a navigation system. They
There
fly.
you go.
The question is, how do they get there?
It's
That's the
important
gray.
to point out that long before we began to understand how pigeons
And
think, we humans were bringing
so we'll
pigeons
grab
home
the
for packages.
pencil or the
Throughout
eraser
history, pigeons have been used as important
and
message
just
carriers.
lighten these up
And we turn off to see something which is not usually
because they're
visible.
going to get lighter anyway.
Yes, those are pigeon coops. What we'll
This
see
area
is that
here.
we can use pigeons to send
Lighten
crucial
that up a
messages
little
on the
bit.
battle.
I don't know, for some reason, when I took this picture with my phone and that, well, it was so long ago, I guess the
Funny
phone wasn't
why they're such masters of navigation.
updated like they are nowadays.
And we're pretty sure it all starts
So we'll just,
Researchers have found a small spot on the beak of pigeons which actually contains magnetite. Magnetite is a magnetized rock.
have
Many
that
hunters
there.
can find its location relative to the Earth's
Just
poles.
erase your pencil line as you go
The
along.
theory is that this tiny deposit of
Because these
magnetite
colors are going to be
floats
lighter
around
as I
Jupiter's
go
orbit.
along.
It allows
Let's
pigeons
see
to
what we
sense
got.
the planet's magnetic field and use that to determine what direction they're flying.
Looking good.
This special ability to detect the Earth's magnetic field is called magnetoreception. It's kind of like a built-in GPS
All
that can
right.
help you find your way home. They're just simply amazing.
When we return, an animal that gets around the jungle in a unique way. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. It's never been easier to put on your shoes and help pets in need at the same time. With new hands-free Skechers Box for Dog Sport Slippers, just slip in and go. Then, for every pair sold, Skechers makes a donation to help pets in need. And they have already helped save over 2 million pets.
Yeah, dude, that doesn't look good. I know what to do. Go to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply minutes, and if approved, I can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
The jungles of Southeast Asia are home to
Uh, lem-
incredible creatures.
I'm trying to get sponsored by Pepsi. I wish Pepsi would
Colugos
sponsor
are
my
a very
channel.
interesting species and not one that is well known.
When I first saw a Colugo,
I don't drink coffee.
For some cute kids in New York
I
City.
just drink Pepsi and water.
They just look unlike
And I've been drinking Pepsi since I was little.
They look very strange with their big buggy eyes and fur
Since I
covered
was real
bodies.
little, I got pictures with me with bottles or cans
So
of
let's
Pepsi.
find out why
Before I even got
Pepsi
some of these
is
tattoos, I seen the one picture where I have
first image that jumps out at
a
you.
Pepsi in front of me and I don't have no tattoo.
Nocturnal animals, so they need it for night vision.
I was like, look at the virgin arms. All right, so we're done with that. Let me
goats need to see really well.
get in with the lighter
What's
color
really
brown.
cool is when they show off their super
And I
vision.
always see the one guy, he works for Pepsi and that. And I told him the other day, I said, I want one of them hats. He says, I see you all the time. He says, next time you see me,
Those blue-brown
just
giants
say something to me
are
and
spectacularly
I'll get it
big.
out of the car.
Pepsi's incredible. Definitely, they have
I'll
some
get you one out of the
ridiculous
car.
Amazing
I
feat
like
made
this
inside an
his
astronaut's
hat,
chamber
Pepsi
in
hat.
a single jump. But the longest fly ever recorded was
He
475
says, I know
meters.
you drink it.
That's like
I
saying
see
you
you
drink
all the
Pepsi.
time. And look, and when I was talking
Seems like
to him,
it's too big
I
to
had
be
Pepsi product right there in the car. If I ain't buying Pepsi, and the same product from Pepsi is the Dr. Pepper,
Goats actually drink this
and
with built-in
I
superhuman immunity.
didn't have
They
Dr.
always have
Pepper because
this colored membrane
my
covering
brother
their
drinks
vision.
Dr. Pepper,
This membrane stretches from their face to the tips of their
and he
toes
didn't
and
need
claws.
none, but I did. My
This
cherry
immunity
Pepsi.
is what makes the beluga one of the best flyers on Earth.
It's really amazing. I mean, I wish I had that ability.
Uh,
When we come back, we'll find out which mammal holds a special title in the
all
zoo.
right, now we're gonna go in with the lighter brown.
This holiday season, the frigid temperatures won't show any mercy on the animals who've been left outside in the cold.
Yes,
Animals who've been
Tim
abandoned,
got a. He
neglected,
was on
or
Wednesday night.
forced
That was
without
cool.
shelter. They're fighting to stay alive, and every moment they spend suffering could be one moment too late.
And Bill on
Join the
Tuesday
investigation
nights,
or call
he said he might not
or scan the code on your screen to
do as
sign up
many
for
live streams
COVID-19
anymore
right here.
for a while till
Every
he gets
month,
better.
updating
We got to
this
figure
is the
out what's
journey.
going on with him. Tim's busy with work.
It's just 63 cents a day to help rescue animals who are suffering.
Try to clean the airbrush out. That's one thing about this
8,000 new
gun here,
supplies in the next 30 days to help
H&S
rescue
gun.
these innocent animals from cruelty. Please make this the moment that you say,
You only
I
need
will stand by
very
those
little paint. It goes a long way. Very little. I mean, it's like a couple drops of paint in the gun,
support make a
and
difference, I can tell you.
goes a long way.
Thousands of lives are on the line. And because the situation is so urgent, we're asking you to join in the
And you
next
do
phase
mix
of
it down.
saving
Oh, you
these
do thin it
animals.
down a lot,
So thank you for being
and
now, today.
that helps the gun shoot really well and everything like that. Uh, it's pretty cool.
It's the season of giving, and your monthly donation can be the greatest
That's
gift
why the
you'll ever
guys
receive.
have. You see the guys where they have really good straight lines and everything like that out of their gun because they thin it down so much, like Steve Leahy and uh,
We already called
yeah,
Dr.
all of
Pepper,
them.
the legit #1 auto protection company
And you watch them. If you watch their videos, watch how they put their paint in there, and sometimes you'll see them put their thinner in there, and you watch how much thinner to paint ratio that they do. You can watch it. see it every once in a while, how much thinner they put in what they're in there with the paint.
Take up the best part. 3. When you pick up your vehicle, you don't have a big repair bill to
It
put
gives
towards
you
your
some
next
kind of
car.
idea how
Get
thin
those repairs paid
they
for
make their
in one
paint.
shot. So you're back on the road
Shoot out, they're
easy.
gone. That's why you see them doing so
Afford a
good.
brand new car shield for your
And
vehicle
now
before
I
you
just
sell it.
now learned
Because
that
car shield
system.
got a small problem like a power window motor that could cost a few $100, or a big problem like an
Like
engine or
you could
transmission
tell,
that could cost you thousands of
it's
dollars.
kind of
Your
thick,
toolkit.
but not
Car
real
Shield is
thick.
the number
But
one
still,
repair
it's
company in the
thick
country.
enough to
Service
where when you
guaranteed,
put it in your
number
gun,
one, built for
when you put it in
all.
your gun, go ahead and put your
With a big
after you have your
car
gun
shield,
cleaned
Shield
out,
can give you the
empty
coverage
your
you ever
gun
need.
completely
Your
out
hair
with
goes up and your coverage
the
never
thinner,
goes down, no matter
your
how big your
reducer,
car is. Look, if you
and
need to
then
protect
put
your
some
car
back in
shield,
there.
the
Put a
more
little
you
bit
cost
back in
the
there. Then
risk.
put your paint on
It's
top,
worth the risk.
just a couple drops or whatever, and then put thinner, a couple drops of the your thinner on, or reducer on top of that, and it'll thin it down a lot more. But you still, like they say, you cut your air pressure back so it doesn't splatter on you. It still does it to me in a way, but with it being thinned down that much, you just go easy with your air pressure. Just go easy to where you had that paper on the side there. You'll see how thin it is and everything like that. Like right now, I don't know if you can see, but I'm shooting the darker color. You see it going on there. Shooting really nice. If I come in, not get too close. Yeah, it's coming out, but you can see it's then way down. But now I'm just going to go real lighter. Yeah, you tend to want to go faster, and that's why when you have it that thin, don't put it out all at once. Just gradually work your way into it. Uh, you might have overspray on the outside, but you could. Sometimes that's why I say on the outside, just let it go. You could think of a background later on, or you could hit the background first and have it taped off, and then you could go as light as you want with your color, not worrying about it spreading outwards. But at this stage of the painting, I'm not too concerned about anything because at this stage of the painting is all about just getting color on there, and then because I keep you keep defining and you get closer and closer and closer. When you keep defining, you get closer with your color to where you want to be with the painting and that. And that's when everything comes together. It comes together. This is, like I said, this is called the blocking in part. Same thing Tim does and all them. It's blocking it in. Um, Even Scott, like how he left off on, was it Thursday night? He was mainly blocking in with his fire and that, mainly blocking in, getting it there. If he wanted to define it later on, as he got tighter with the painting getting tighter, he could define it with the paintbrush or get really closer with his painting and that. Right at the beginning, he's just blocking it in. The same way I did with the bear here. I mainly blocked him in first, and I wasn't worried about how his fur was. I was just blocking him in, and then I came in with the other colors. I got tighter and tighter, and then I came down to where I used the paintbrush just a little bit, and it looks like I got tons of fur on him. And I did a little bit of paintbrush to give him that fur look. So that's why he has the expression of loose to tight, tight to loose. That's all it's about when you're blocking it in. Just block it in. And the paintbrush work, I know some you guys it's intimidated with the paintbrush work of how to do the paintbrush work. It is, I get it. It was to me at the beginning. But after you're doing it for a little bit, you get the really, you get the real fine paintbrush and that. And just like how you hold the paint, the airbrush, just like how you hold the airbrush, you hold it like you hold it with a grip in that. You're doing that. So the paintbrush, in a way, you could take the same method that you're using with the airbrush is hold it the same way. You could go ahead and just have your baby finger like this, and you just hold your baby finger like that, and you could just move this finger straight up and down by holding your paintbrush and just move with it. Do the same thing with the paintbrush as you do with the airbrush. It'll help you out, and it does help me out sometimes when I got to do it. But you want to keep your stroke going and then do your paintbrush work the same way. As hold it the same as the way you do with your airbrush, and you'll be all right. It takes a while. Sometimes I get there still, and sometimes I have this finger. That's why I wear the glove. Have your finger, because if you have stuff on here, it gets on the painting, and you just or whatever have glove on, and just do it. Hold it, and the more often that you do it, the better off you get. Just like with the airbrush gun, the more often you use that tool, the better you get.
And here in Utah State University's Splash Lab, they've been tackling a pretty disgusting problem.
Well, Patty, I know with you, you do them little miniature things and that. With the little miniature things that you're doing, you have to worry about knocking them over and that. The best thing I could say with that is you got to have something that'll hold that piece steady enough to where you could put your pressure on there in a way to get that, because just that hair alone will push that piece away from you. If I did a leaf out on the side there, just putting that paintbrush on there will push that leaf away. And you have the problem, you got to have it to stay steady for you in that. So that's the thing of working with that is get that piece somehow to where it stays steady. So if you take this part of the paintbrush and it hits that piece and you're leaning your paintbrush into it, it's kind of tricky in a way because it'll move that part away. The same thing. It's you need that part to stay steady, like how when you're doing work on this on the Visionaire board, it kind of doesn't move because of that. But I understand.
Looks almost like it has gray hair, kind of like me, right? Yeah, exactly. And those are the awns, the tips of each of the leaves.
The awns are covered in incredibly small grooves,
Yeah,
which
I
can
drink a lot of Pepsi, so I don't.
and
I I need it. Caffeine buzz, no matter what you use.
centrifugal nervous is also what scientists call deformable, which is basically just another way of saying flexible. When it rains, this flexibility allows the
But I
water
get it
to absorb
with you. At
heavy
beginning, that was the same with me.
This
I
slows
didn't think
down
I'd be
motion and
I
helps
didn't think
prevent
I'd be doing
leaks.
portraits. I told Tim at the beginning when I started doing the airbrush and that, I says, I'll never do airbrush. And then lo and behold, it's I could or not or portraits. I thought I would never do portraits. I told Tim that, and I just kept watching him and watching him. He says, "Nah." He had faith in me that I would do it. So
Consists of a reservoir with the water in it. The water flows through this tubing, then through this device that's made to simulate urination. And then down here we have a platform that we put the different pads on, and then we measure the amount of water that's left
so
using this paper towel here.
it was either my second painting
For this
or
demonstration, we're just gonna
my first painting. I think it was the second painting
Well, let's see the different
that I
shades.
did the Suzanne Summers in
where you can see
American
various
Graffiti
varieties. So you can
one,
see
and I gave that one to
walls, some different
Tim
spacing, some with larger diameters.
because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't did a portrait.
Such as some of the random
All
things that
right,
you use. So
now I'll come in with this lighter color. Like I said,
before we test them out, let me just show you what it's like without one of the pads.
now we
In
do
this case,
top of the
water is like
squirrel.
this, and then you can just squeeze these two little points together and
Like a little bit of brown there. I don't want to go too dark. All I want.
there you go. So you can see already without any sort of disruptor down there, you can see a lot of water is splashing on the sides, and it's already really dampened that. So you can imagine if those were your pants, it would be a little bit embarrassing.
Yeah.
See
Okay.
how light his color is.
Randy and I are going to test the urinal pad that most closely resembles the moss. Its pillars are randomly arranged, and it's very soft and
And his
flexible.
belly, like
Feels like
down
something that
here,
would eat. Oh,
just a little bit.
something like that. That's interesting.
All
Okay,
right,
let's try it.
let's put it down there. And lower this bad boy. Would you like to do the honors?
Yes, I would.
Back got a little bit in there.
Now that's impressive. Barely any splashback there.
That's right. So you can see with this kind of moss-inspired design, very minimal splashback.
Excellent. That's really great.
This is a lighter color, so I'm
We'll change the
just
world.
basically going in
Maybe
that
a poke that can
a
at
little
least change
bit
the
at
way
a
you feel about
time.
yourself.
This is a little too dark for me,
There were probably a lot of
so
people
I'll
back
lighten
then.
it up with the eraser. That's the cool thing about this illustration line. You
After
can
the break, we'll
lighten
talk
it
about
up a
the
little
fun
bit
that
with
you can
your
do with today's
erasers
shoes. Here on Nature Knows Best.
as you go along.
Are you sitting
See
at
that a little
home
bit
living
of
in pain?
overspray there.
Maybe it's in your hands,
But
maybe
you
your
just
back,
want to
your
lighten it
hips.
up a
The
little
good
bit.
news is you
Take
don't
your
need to live in
eraser.
pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, one of a kind,
And I
natural,
mix them both.
low
Like I
drug
said,
free,
sometimes I'll add
green with
the
plus
wicked
vitamins
into it.
drug free, non habit formula. It's small,
So you
easy
got
to
the
swallow,
belly a little
and
bit.
it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research.
A
If you're
little bit on
experiencing
there.
daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try
Just blend
Omega
that color
XL.
in a little
Does
bit.
fast
A
anybody
little
who uses
bit
it.
goes a long
Results
way.
undeniable.
Back neck.
joint pain,
And that slowed me down.
I had considerable pain in my back.
Really felt the pain. I mean, my
Tail.
ankles and my heels.
Just throw some color down there.
That's
That's the darker area, so it doesn't really matter.
This
Just
works.
throw
I'm
some
not
in there.
concerned
Flick
anymore.
his tail out.
As I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL and it changed my life. Today I'm here at my ranch exercising some of my polo ponies. So as you get older, it gets tougher. I was starting to suffer some of that business. And then I ran into somebody who said, look, you should try Omega XL. Look what it's done. I feel better than I felt in the last 30 years. Omega XL gave me the ability to get back in the saddle. It works great.
Now we'll throw some on the tree.
Show that there is real hope out there. I'm living proof. See the difference it can make in your life, just like it did in mine.
That's a leaf right there. So
Buy one Omega XL, and we'll send you a second bottle and Vitamin XL D3 absolutely free. Buy one, get two free.
tree hasn't been defined yet, so
Pay $49.95.
I'll just spray some on there anyway.
And now shipping is free, backed by our money-back guarantee.
Uh,
XL is not
do
available
got
in
it going
stores.
up through the tail a little bit. So, well, that's a leaf right there. So that's part of that leaf.
Welcome back to Nature
But
Knows
up
Best.
here,
When you think of poke,
that's
do
part
you
of the
think of
tree.
living materials or
And
weak
that's
fast
part of the
random?
tree.
Well, a group of students at the Fashion Institute of
There, you keep both of them together. And you got that over in here. I have a little bit there.
Mycelium is
You go up here.
fungi. It's actually the root of the mushroom. We were like fungi, springy, has good compression, and the idea was, this would be good in the sole of a shoe because when you step on it, it gives you resistance back.
Just pumping the trigger. That's how good this gun is. Sometimes you just pump the trigger and
Their substrate is
get the
quartz.
paint coming out.
So when you take your
Once it's
mycelium
that thin, sometimes you just pump the trigger and the paint will come out.
putting the mycelium into the substrate.
But then you stay back when you do the other part.
There's nowhere for the
So
roots to
that's
grow
that color.
inside, and in
That's
addition to
green
those
there,
roots,
so I don't have to worry
it
about
creates
that.
isolated
And
pores.
it tricks you sometimes when you have it this light. You see all this other stuff and you're like, ah, what am I missing? It's like you see this above the squirrel's nose and that. That is part of the leaf going above his nose because that leaf is on the background of him and everything. And then this is like right there where he pulled the trigger. He's pulling the trigger back. So when I go to get in with the details and that, I want like something like this on that back side where it's pulling the bow back because you see the string going there and the string going there. It doesn't line up in a way, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. Like I got his belly, got that in there. I'm just going to hit a little bit here just to give it some contrast. Whatever, whatever way they pronounce it. So I have all that. So that's the light color.
So here is our sheet. The longer you leave it in there, the thicker it'll grow. About a month.
Well, you have a good one, Patty. Take it easy. Don't overdo yourself. Thanks for coming on by. Thanks for
And
watching.
it turns
Always a pleasure having you here. All right. So, what do I want to come in with next? So, come in with the darker brown a little bit next. Do it up a little bit darker. Or there. Because the head, I'm just going to very lightly go over the head a little bit more with the darker stuff. But it's like I say, you just what you see, what you what you see, and what you paint is going to be different. It's like all the dots on here and that. That kind of like what you want in a way. But I think I might lower the air pressure down like how uh, Steve does the ground and that, where he has that spitting out in a way. I'm thinking about doing that in a way with the dark gray. Have it spit out in a way. When I get down to that point, right now I want to concentrate on color wise of getting things in there. I want to concentrate on that part. So it's you're fighting. I mean, you're not fighting. You're just picking your battle on it and that. Because later on, I'm definitely going to have to do the paintbrush. Uh, I don't know how I'm going to do the bow and that, the string on it. Might be a marker. It might be just leave the pencil mark there like that, too. But it's just keep going back and forth with your color as darker as you go along. So I got that all outlined and everything. Now I come in. Let's go with a little bit darker of a brown. And I don't want to go too dark all at once. But then, again, I like this one. And I kind of like it for the tail area here. This color here kind of looks like a red in a way going there. So we'll let that go. That'll be later on. Uh, this brown is way dark, so we don't want that. We're gonna go with this one because I want it for the tree in a way, also. And I just sprayed on when I sprayed on the squirrel. I sprayed it super light, so we'll do that one.
Amy Washington, and welcome back to Nature Knows Best. This next plant has one component that I've never heard of,
So
and it's sealed.
let
Can
me.
you believe it? This is
I'm
called
gonna need a
nutrition,
lid for this.
and this
I
is
just
called
noticed
sustainable
my
plant. These are the
lid
beautiful
has got a
secrets of
crack
what's
in it,
about to happen.
so I'm gonna have to put a new lid on there. I have them back here, so we'll get that. Uh, Empty this out.
So this is the fire-resistant plant.
Yes, it's called a Banksia speciosa.
That's incredible.
And the cool thing about like how the Scott says is when you empty these colors out, you're staying you stay within that same field. It's like right now you noticed I haven't gone to the lead color, the green. I don't need that right now. I want to stay within the color
Rania Butler is
compound
a PhD
of
student
each of
studying
the stuff
genetics
in that.
at the University of California, Riverside. So this is the Banksia plant that we just burnt up with the blowtorch.
Yes, it is.
So with the brown,
What she has
I'm
here is
staying
harvest
within that
Banksia
brown
kale
lighter. I
full.
went from this
It
color.
contains the seeds of
Now I'm
plant.
going to a little darker of,
Full is
or a
basically
lot,
a
really a lot
combination that
darker of the
grows the seed,
brown.
and it's this shape that
But
inspires it.
it's the way I
This is
spray
one
it is
section view where you
light
can
to
see
dark.
the two seeds, and then this outermost layer that
I'm
is
staying
there,
within
and
that
then
color
this
range
second
of the
layer.
same
These all
color,
come together to enable the seed
but
to
I'm
spread like
going
fire.
light to
And
darker.
then through fire, what happens is the follicle valves open, exposing
I
the
started
seed
off with
hairs that help the
gray,
seed
and
separate.
then I went to this
On the
lighter
outside, there is this ray
brown,
motorcycle.
and now
The
I'm
seed
going
that
to a
breaks down
darker
actually
brown.
responds to the ray, and that action ejects the seed out into this post-fire nutrition-rich environment, spreading
Keep
it
working
naturally
my
through the
way
roots
up
of the
to it.
plants.
So the nutrient-rich environment is really the ash on the ground that's burnt with the other plants that were in the
Yes,
fire.
exactly. Basically, the wildfire kills everything else that's not fire resistant, and then this plant thrives.
Oh, the cool thing about
Once the
this
strong
airbrush, I
nutrients
was
reach the
watching it
roots,
on
it's like
YouTube.
can we see it in
This
action?
controls how far back your needle will flow.
As the crop
So you
grows,
just
it
turn it
expands the
halfway,
radius of follicle,
it'll
and what
it'll
happens
come
is
back that
this
way.
portion of
If I wanted it
that
more,
reduces
just
how the
pull it back
inside
even
shapes.
All right, let's do
more,
this.
it'll come back. And you're watching how far your needle comes out of your gun, and you can have just a little bit coming out.
Yes, survive.
And
Amazing.
Yeah, and I think that's about it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow, it's still here. The seed is still okay.
Yes, the outer wings of the seed separator shields the
and
seed
when
from
I'm
germs.
cleaning the gun
The
out,
chemical valves
I
get
open it up.
inside, and the seed is well protected in the bottom.
Wow, the seed is still good to go. Genetic information is still in there, and I think that Banksia really
And like I
proves that
said,
plants
it's
are amazing organisms.
Yes, and this is just the beginning. We have so much more to learn from them. This plant is able to take chemical components that are not fire resistant and create a fire resistant structure using it. To completely understand it, this unique adaptation requires years of analysis and research. And once we nail that information down, we're going to use it as a blueprint to have
cleaning the gun out. Not completely, and just make sure it just keeps on working the way it's supposed to.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Engineers that were thinking about nature, and they thought about the sunflower
There.
and its ability to fall
Now we'll go with the darker brown here.
Most traditional solar panels are stationary, which means the sun only hits them at the best possible angle for part of the day. As the sun moves across the
A
sky,
little bit of drop of
solar
that.
panels become less productive. But by moving like a sunflower, the smart flower increases the amount of time it's exposed to direct sunlight.
These panels are anchored on an elevation tracker that allows the panels to position themselves at a 90-degree angle that maximizes the energy production of the sun and actually follow the sun all day long,
All right.
just like a sunflower
We're
does.
ready to go with this darker color.
Scientists aren't entirely
Wrong
sure
one.
how sunflowers know to follow the sun,
Picked up
but they think it's a
the wrong
combination
lid
of
for
their
this.
ability to detect sunlight
And
and
I'll
their
be
genetic
back.
clock that tells
Got a
them
little
when to
boys
move at
on.
just the right time. On the smart flower, knowing when to move is controlled by a GPS system.
Inside here, we have a control panel where we program the longitude and latitude coordinates of the location of the smart flower so that it constantly knows the location of the sun and positions the panel so that it extracts the most energy from the sun.
According to Jim, the smart flower can produce up to 40% more energy than stationary solar panels just by following the sun.
Depending upon the region of the country where the smart flower is installed, it'll produce anywhere from 4,000 kilowatt hours annually to 7,000 kilowatt annually. So for a 2,500 square foot home, the smart flower would produce most of the energy that it consumes over the year.
Stay with us because there's more Nature Knows Best after the break. You're watching Nature Knows Best.
Alright. Oh, I said I need to get a lid. Over here is my lid.
Of the unbearable pain that comes with that, and they need our help.
There are
I'm gonna
animals
get a new
who
lid
are
for that
experts
one
on
cup.
the
So I had
remember
a
when
new
their
lid
months
here.
were months.
Like I said, that one cup. The
So I'm here to ask you
lid was cracked, so
to help an animal
now I got a new lid on there.
go online, call, or simply scan this app. Just 19,000
And make sure you put your always make sure you put your lids on your paint.
day to fill their empty bowl and show them that it's a part.
There are animals that are sitting there waiting to be filled. You can tell that these dogs are so weak from hunger.
And
They really no other
get
way
a drink of
but
my soda.
Should have to go hungry. But with your support,
Now we come in with the darker color.
a hungry animal, you can fill their bowl. But you have to make your urgent life-saving gift today.
Kind of want a darker
10 minutes.
over his head
If you do, we'll send you this
and a
free
little bit around the ear and away.
today.
there's always an empty bowl on the ground that
Just
should have food.
just keep going with it. Keep playing with it. Like all this is just a blocking in stage and that block your colors in.
No animal should ever go hungry. And I know you agree. Please make this the moment that you say,
And that was
what are they so
yeah, last night was pretty
forward to?
funny. I was watching
Scan this code.
Dread FX. I was watching him last night. He was having problems in the paint booth with the car that he was working on. And I knew what he was talking about too. Been there, done that. Alright, now we're coming in with these colors. It's a little darker, so try to go here. Yeah. Yeah.
Waiting until your car breaks down is too late. Call CarShield for coverage on up to 5,000 parts and get the CarShield guarantee, where your rate never goes up and your coverage never goes down, no matter how many claims you have. Call 800-920-1679. 800-920-1679.
Welcome back to Nature Knows Best. Plants and fungi have been evolving for hundreds of millions of years, which means there's a lot we can learn from them.
We actually have a lot of scientists that do biomimicry. They study animals, but very few scientists in the world
I'm
actually
trying to
study
watch how I'm
plants.
doing it.
And I think there's a whole world of biomimicry that can be developed just by studying plants.
I think as we go forward, you're going to see even more instances where humans are inspired by what they see around them. I think nature has a ton to offer.
I'm Danny Washington. Until next time, get outside and explore.
It's real dark there, and then it goes down to here. So you like try to take the same area there, then you come down here to this little area. Same thing down here. Go down here a little bit. We'll try to take it right there. Then that's going to be like the dark gray. Come down over here. Just give it a little bit of red. Aim the gun the opposite way. There a little bit. Up. Further back. Give it a little bit of bing. His back part right there. Do it this way.
You're watching Baltimore's Fox 45.
Then it goes up by his ears.
Informational needs of children.
Now we go around his face a little bit. Top of the forehead a little bit.
Solar system orbit like the Earth does, kind of like a top. Uranus orbits like this. So something happened in its path.
The possibility of crashing into an asteroid because it's so tightly packed. That's
I have my pencil. Pencil, I want to keep the sharp. I want to keep it a little bit of white around there.
Solar system, we may come across what we might call space junk. Some people think that there are so many satellites orbiting our Earth that it's very likely
I don't want it to get
run into each other and maybe cause us
too
to
dark around this area. Then it's going to be harder
more
to
satellites
get the light color not to.
possible.
You know, there are over 22,000 objects in space orbiting around that are made up of active satellites, dead satellites, rocket boosters, other rocket parts that have come loose from spacecraft that we've launched into orbit. And there is a danger that once one of these objects is destroyed in orbit because of a collision, it will make a whole cloud of other, what are essentially projectiles, like bullets flying along the same path. So it's possible that over time, if enough satellites are broken up, that a scenario could develop where a cloud of debris is created
Turn
rather
pencil
than
around.
individual discrete satellites.
Just keep my eye there.
As we venture beyond near Earth and view our solar system from space, we see 8 planets, which all orbit around our home star, the Sun. Each planet has a unique set of conditions, facts, and fictions. Now, let's talk about the first planet in our solar system, Mercury. What do we need to know about Mercury?
So Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system, and it orbits really, really fast around the sun. Its year is only 88 days long, so it's just zipping around really quickly. Even though it's the closest planet to the sun, it's not the hottest planet in the solar system because it's locked toward the sun in such a way that one side of it is really, really hot, hundreds of degrees Fahrenheit, but then the back side that never faces the sun is hundreds of degrees below Fahrenheit, and so you have this huge difference on either side.
What do we know about Venus?
So Venus is not a pleasant place. We used to have these ideas that it was this lush tropical jungle hiding underneath all these clouds before we sent robots there. And unfortunately, we discovered it's this really hot landscape that rains sulfuric acid with a temperature and a pressure at the surface.
All right, now let's do the tree up a little bit, right where the knots and stuff are.
Makes it the hottest planet.
It's because it has
You
this
know what?
really thick atmosphere, so it does a really good job
Since
of
I had
trapping all
them
the
in
sun.
there,
So this is why it's kind of seen
let's
as
get
unstable terrain Venus. This is a view of what
one of
Venus
my
we don't
pencils.
atmosphere.
Oh, hey, morning, Bobby.
Concentration of carbon dioxide. Because
Sorry, I
that's
haven't been paying attention.
trapped.
Glad to see you here, Bobby. Your work's been looking awesome. Yeah. Happy New Year. Kelly Drake, how you doing, my man? We're gonna take some of these lines out with the eraser. This is where his tail is, or the bottom of his feet and everything is. We'll take some of these lines out. I don't need them anymore now that I got the color in there. I don't need them as defined that they are. And I don't need a real sharp eraser.
I had a lot of joint pain, and that slowed me down.
I need a lighter one. And I can't, there they are.
I'm telling you about something that's gonna
All right, let's see what we got.
As I was getting older, my joints started to feel
Kelly, I'm glad to see you here.
Omega XL, and it changed my life. Today I'm here at my ranch exercising some of my polo ponies. So as you get older, it gets tougher. I was starting to suffer
Bobby, I'm glad to
scoliosis.
see you
So
here.
I ran into
You too.
you should try Omega XL.
Always great to see you guys.
I feel
Uh, yeah,
30 years.
I got a lot of compliments on the black bear, so he's all done.
I want you to know
And
there's real hope out there.
I clear coated him, and I still got to knock the clear on down and then shine it up a lot. But he came out pretty good, and so I did him did the black bear the same way I'm doing the squirrel in the way. So we're gonna keep on. You see red on here, like I was telling the other guys. The red, those are like where the huckleberries were. So I got them in there, and you could tell they ate all the huckleberries off of them. So he's out looking for more. But yeah, he turned out really good. Really nice piece.
In the span of our whole solar system.
Turned out awesome.
We have oceans, we have earthquakes, we have
Oh,
volcanoes.
I'm loving the new studio because of having a chair where I can sit in this chair now.
The other planets in our solar system.
Before I was leaning too far into the
Just the right distance from the
painting
sun
and
so
that,
that our oceans can
so
stay liquid.
we're
They're not
good.
gonna be freezing, they're not gonna melt
Let
away.
me.
But as far as
Yeah,
wiping
this
away
eraser is pretty
everything
good.
else, that's still kind of a
It
mystery.
erases. It gives me some of the stuff that I need to take off here.
Planet we know of. That hasn't stopped us from trying to explore what else is out there. This has inspired many science fiction movies about space adventures. And some of them give the wrong impression about the realities of space.
Yeah, I want to keep
Hollywood
some of the
movies
stuff
about
and
space,
then take
we
some
hear
of the
the
stuff
explosions,
off
we hear these explosions
as I
everywhere.
go along.
So why would that not necessarily happen?
Can you imagine a space movie in which a spacecraft exploded and there's no sound? It wouldn't be very
You want
exciting.
it, then you
You
don't
just
want it.
see
You need it
a
for the
bright light
blocking in
and
part,
everything.
like
So it's very
which I'm doing
so
now.
add these little cues that are
But
telling us
his
that
colors are
things
so
should
light
happen.
that I don't really
But
need
actually in
them this
space,
bright
since there's
for
no air, there's no medium
darkness.
that carries sound. So if you are out in space
So
and
I
you
erase
see
them a
yourself
little
for
bit.
some distance
Right
away,
now, this stage is the time that you
there's
should
everybody
erase as much as you can of your pencil lines. If you think they're too bright, get rid of them.
There's this idea that humans without a spacesuit would explore
That's the
what
cool. This is
percentage
the
of
cool
that
thing I
outer
think
space.
about the illustration
Is that
line,
what might
where
actually
you
be
can
happening?
come in
well, that's a very
and you
popular
can take
notion.
out some of the
Some
color.
see why
That
passengers
if you
in
feel it's
science
just
fiction movies
too
use
much there, you
this
can take some of these
to very
colors
much
out.
what happens to them. But that's not exactly what would happen to a human body.
Kick these colors back a little bit. You feel your paintbrush,
Plus, there's no air
or
moving
not
things
paintbrush,
like
your air
water
gun
forces that they would
spit out
freeze
too much at
to
that
temperatures.
area.
The other thing that would happen is
But you can still
gases
come in and
going from a higher
kick
pressure
out
environment
some of
to a lower
your
pressure environment
pencil
also
lines at the same
freezes
time.
energy also. So you have all these freezing things, these expansion things going on, and of course, no oxygen. So first you can't breathe, then you freeze, then you expand, then you die.
So it's just a matter of kick
It's
that
certainly gross. Not something anybody would want to experiment.
and enjoy. Uh, this is like this is where the white's supposed to stay in that area. I got these really too dark, too heavy with the pencil. I want this to stay white.
What is your favorite thing about the red planet?
There's so many things, it's really hard to pick just one thing, but I think my favorite part about Mars is the weather. So there's something really cool about the fact that we can watch the weather every day on Mars and see how it's changing. And it's so repeatable year after year after year
So it's there.
extremely predictable, and that's helpful.
The
We can use
tail.
that to decide where we want to send things like rovers and landers. We don't want to
Got
send
it
them somewhere where we know they're
really
going to be in the middle of
way
dust
too
or
much.
trash or
So
places
we're
where
gonna
they
erase
might
it
get
on down.
gross. And they'll be important when we want to send humans in the future as well.
Even though it's gonna be darker, I don't know if it'll be dark enough where the
In a piece of fiction,
pencil lines are.
around when discussing the asteroid
So
belt.
we'll erase some of it on down.
We're here with Chris Cunningham to talk about why leak filter is the best choice for homeowners this season. Chris, why now?
If I'm investing in one thing this year, it's protecting my home. Clogged gutters cause big problems. Leaf filter keeps your gutters clog-free year-round.
I'm
How
not
do you find it?
too concerned, but
Blizzard-conditioned windstorm
might as well get it out while you can.
That's reassuring.
and it's backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Schedule your free inspection today, 833 Leaf Filter, or visit leaffilter.com.
What should we do?
Go to cashnetUSA.com.
All right, what we got here?
And if approved, we can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need. For a limited time, step into
Glad you guys are coming on by and enjoying.
styles of beautiful new carpet and floor from Empire today. Save big with up to 50% off. Plus, we'll beat any competitor's offer. Guaranteed. Get Empire's home floor advantage and save up to 50% off. Visit EmpireToday.com or call or text to schedule your free in-home estimate. You know the number.
And now here's Chris Cunningham with the leaf filter gutter report and what changing weather conditions can mean for your home. Chris?
See, I'm trying to take it down, take some of these pencil lines on down. They're really, I mean, it's good to have your pencil lines in there, but sometimes we overdo it, or I do. Make them too dark. But I need them dark sometimes so I can see them. But I can see them anyway. And I like to have them in the painting. This is part of the tail. Just you have to realize how light color it is going around. And you don't need them that. I didn't pay the mind on it. That the technique I used on this was I made a copy of this and then I used the back half and did the pencil and then I traced it and that. Uh, sometimes I sometimes I go too crazy on
There's this idea
doing
that
it,
we have a
but
line where
that's
space
me.
ends. The idea
We'll
is that
learn.
maybe
You
one
live and learn.
automatically start flipping. Is that right?
Some areas you need to, some areas you don't.
There isn't a region where there's gravity and
But some areas, like I said, I had on here, I got X's in there. The reason I had X's in there is, like I say, that's going to be a darker. So it doesn't matter that I put the X's in there.
To explore the
And that's how I was
system, we have
setting it up.
craft with
We're going to leave these two down here.
Mars and Jupiter.
Now, let's get into the wood part, the tree part.
In movies,
We'll
we
get
often
into that.
see spacecraft going through the asteroid belt and spacecraft diving, decking to miss all of these asteroids. Is that what the asteroid belt is actually like?
it's very exciting to make the asteroid belt look like that in movies.
TT, good morning, TT.
After all, you want the excitement
Thomas Thompson.
dodging around these huge hunks of rock that can destroy your But actually, a trip through the asteroid belt would be relatively boring
All right.
because so much free.
Now I said I'm going to get into the branch.
No, they're really very
Yeah, this picture here is original picture that I took. Uh, I seen it hanging up somewhere, so I took a picture of it. I didn't take a very good picture of it either. Might have been at the taxidermist's place. The guy, he's really good. I think it was. His name, I forgot his name. Heck. John Smith. Really good taxidermy. He's in, I think he's in Hancock, if I want to say. Hancock, PA. Good price. He's got good prices on his taxidermy stuff. Looking for a really good taxidermy. He's the man.
There's another moon called Enceladus, which is really cool because it has geysers in the South Pole. They're spewing out chunks of water ice.
Yeah, called me Eminem. I'm the candy man. You called me Eminem.
That it's creating one of the entire rings of Saturn. The E ring of Saturn is entirely made up of stuff spewing out of the South Pole of
I
this
used to say, you can look.
coming out of
Mikey likes it.
underneath the ice near the South Pole, and it's a liquid water ocean. It is with organic material. Yeah. So like we're checking off all the boxes.
Alright.
Doing the three main things we need for life to keep going. We know what the life and television. It's never been easier to put on your shoes and help Pessimine at the same time. With new hands-free Skechers Boxer Dot Sports Living, just let your room go. Then for every pair sold, Skechers makes a donation to help Pessimine. And today women save over
Alright, this one. This one. Guess what? I'm using a stencil. Oh my god.
There are four rocky planets in our solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. And there are four gas planets: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Let's look at some more fascinating facts and far-out fiction about our solar system. Have we studied Uranus a lot? Do we know much about this planet? We've only ever sent one mission to Uranus.
Huh.
moons, and we have just this one. And yet our lone solitary moon is still misunderstood.
That's part of the squirrel's tail.
People have always
This is part of the
said
tree
it's like
there.
the dark side of the moon. There's this myth that there's one
His
side of the
tail
moon that is
come there
light, and
too.
there's one side of the moon that is dark.
That's his tail there.
In the relationship
So we
between
have
the
that
Earth and the
there.
moon, the moon is
That'd be
gravitationally
good.
locked to the Earth in its rotation. So what this means is that we always see the same side of the moon. Now, it doesn't mean that the other side of the moon isn't illuminated. It's just that the illumination on the moon from the sun is what we see.
So both sides of the moon receive equal amounts of sunlight. We're just always presented with one side of the moon at all times.
Well, let's just reverse the situation and let's see.
There.
New moon phase.
There.
Moon's in the sky during the day. You can see
Um,
this side of the moon, the side of the moon that's facing us. But that means that the sun is illuminating the opposite side of the moon, the side we can't see. So that immediately takes away the idea that there's a dark side of the moon. We just have to think of it as lunar, day, and night.
You're watching Exploration Outer Space on Exploration Station.
This holiday season, the frigid temperatures won't show any mercy on the animals who've been left outside in the cold. Animals who've been abandoned, neglected.
yeah, let's see what you guys got going on over here. Oh, I'm gonna do this.
At every moment they spend suffering could be one moment too late. Visit joinaspca.org, call this toll-free number, or scan the code on your screen to sign up and get their $19 monthly gift. But if you've ever thought about helping, this is the time.
That's just part of his tail there.
Supporters in the next 30 days.
All right.
Innocent animals from cruelty. Please make this.
Kind of like where I'm at.
I won't stand by while they suffer. If you're wondering, will my support make a difference, I can tell you, it will. Thousands of lives are on the line. And because the situation is so urgent, we're asking you to join in the next 10 minutes. If you do, we'll send you this free welcome kit to thank you for helping an animal today.
Well, thank you for coming on by, Kelly.
Season of giving. And you're
Always appreciate having you here.
gift you give to an animal who needs you. Go online, call, or scan it.
Yes, I done. I used Timothy John Luke's ink. It works good. It does work good.
You already called CarShield, the legit #1 auto protection company in the country. When you're protecting the plant through CarShield, the process is smooth like ice.
Yeah, I have it somewhere. I moved everything out here. I got stuff all over. I don't know. Ah. I don't know. It's in. He sent me some. It's really good to use that stuff too. His ink is really good. I guess any ink would be really good. But I used his ink on a when I was using his ink, it was on a portrait, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, these magnets here too, guys. They're good to have, especially when you got little stencils like that that you can work with. Starting to get a lot of overspray.
Your coverage never goes down, no matter how many claims you have. Look, it's inevitable. As your car truck ages, the parts and components are gonna
not too concerned because I still don't know how I'm going to do the background. I might end up shooting the background white and not be concerned about the blue shift because after all, the tree's up in the air.
It used to be a fact that Pluto was the ninth planet in our solar system. But now
So it could end up being like the sky
else.
if I wanted it.
Pluto or the ninth planet.
I had I'd mark these corners off with these
Considered dwarf planets.
right here. So when I realign the paper, I can put them back on there.
We found gigantic
Put the
objects made
put
out
the
of
paper down.
shards of
Use
ice,
it as a stencil if I need it.
which we totally
I ain't gonna worry about that.
far out in the solar
So yeah, you can tell I used this pencil for doing the back.
In an effort to explore our solar system, NASA has accomplished so much on a budget that's not as big as you might think.
But she's coming along good.
This is one that I hear a lot.
I don't know
People
why I'm
think
having.
that NASA takes up something like a quarter of the federal budget. Tell us why that's not true.
So in fact, if you look at NASA's budget, it typically runs right now around 17 to 18 billion dollars. Only half of 1% of the entire U.S. budget. With that kind of money anyway, NASA has been able to explore every planet of our solar system. It's miraculous.
So far we used.
They actually have to spend.
So far we used three colors.
Some of the more intriguing places that might harbor life, such as Jupiter's
And she's
moon,
getting there
Saturn's moon,
a little bit at a time.
and that, my friends, is one fantastic fact. Thank you for joining us today on Exploration Outer
But
Space. We'll see you next time.
now I come in with a little bit darker of a gray.
They're almost to the
Let's
day
shoot that
our
again.
viewers across the nation. One of the most important elements of caregiving extended care workers
Go with a little bit darker gray. Shoot that on there. I don't want to go too.
When my kids started falling behind at school, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
I felt alone.
we'll shoot that darker gray. I gotta go to little boy's room again.
A nonprofit empowering people with learning differences like ADHD and dyslexia. They give us hope, guidance, and tools to move forward. No matter where you are on your path, Understood can help. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
If a tow truck appears on the scene minutes after your auto accident, think twice before handing them your keys. You may be the target of a common towing scam, which results in being billed several $1,000s. Don't allow any unsolicited tow operators to take your car from the scene. Consult with police or your insurance provider to contact a reputable company. Agree on the rate and know where they are taking your vehicle. If you suspect insurance fraud, call 800-TEL-NICD, a public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
You're watching Baltimore's Fox 45. The following program is a paid commercial, which has been paid for by the advertiser whose products and/or services are featured in this program. Welcome to Retirement Legacy with Jason LaBarge. Jason has been helping families in the Baltimore area plan for a successful retirement. Jason LaBarge of LaBarge Financial will help you learn about strategies for creating income in retirement, managing your wealth, and minimizing taxes. Welcome to Retirement Legacy with Jason LaBarge.
All right, I'm back.
Here today with Jason LaBarge. And Jason, looking forward to this topic today. This is a good one.
This is a great topic. We definitely want to make sure we're
Brian dozed off.
Talking about avoiding those money mistakes in retirement.
How'd that for me?
What is one big thing that could ruin your retirement? Well, making
That's all right.
money mistakes. But the good
Let's see. Now we got.
Help avoid these mistakes. Today,
I
Jason
just
Warner
used the
shared with
darker
some of
brown.
us how to help preserve your savings and help keep your retirement on track.
Yeah.
Because that's what I think is the end goal for so many people. So, Jason, what would you say is one of the number one money mistakes
We're
that
gonna do
people
the
make in retirement?
the
For the
darker
most part, the
gray
mistakes
now.
people make in retirement is
We'll
not
come over that
following a
with
plan, or
that.
at least, not establishing a plan, right? So some folks don't even have a plan, and then some folks create a plan, but then they don't follow the plan. So they're either spending more or they're too risky without focusing on the proper tax planning. But at the end of the day, it's not following a plan.
Yeah, and so let's take some time talking a little bit about what that means. And I wonder, Jason, if people have a hard time following a plan because everything's so different from their working years. When you were making money, having a paycheck, you just spent, you paid your bills, you didn't really need to do much planning beyond that. Talk about why it's different.
It is different, and we call it doing the B word. And what is the B word, you might ask, Jim? B word is budget. So
Okay.
first you want to create a budget, live by your budget, and it shouldn't be anything mean, right? Because for most of us, you're on a salary, your spouse is on a salary. We don't like to use the words, or people don't like the words
It's
fixed income.
amazing how
But
much
retirement is oftentimes living on a
paint
fixed
this
income. And you want to make sure that
this
that's what
airbrush
allows to
holds.
meet your bills, to have fun, and then to
You don't
save.
realize how much
And then
paint
we
this
want
airbrush
things
holds.
like inflation,
Even with that
things
little
like
cup, I
taxes,
don't
expected
realize how
monthly
much it
insurance might
holds.
come up. Maybe your children, your grandchildren haven't gotten married yet,
Just
and
because I
there may
see
be
it
some costs that are going to come
right
up. If
there,
you plan
it's
for all
still
of
got
that,
a bunch
but you're
in it.
not living under that budget and sticking to that plan, then you're going to make mistakes and problems are going to arise. But it's also important to know if we need to make changes to the plan, then we make changes to the plan.
Yeah, it's kind of, when you talk about the word budget, it's kind of like the word diet. It feels
Yes.
really restrictive, it
Yes.
feels limiting. But in all reality, we're talking about implementing strategies that can help us preserve our wealth, and then that can be freeing in a lot of ways.
Absolutely, especially when you have money set aside for your travel, for your vacation. At Labard Financial, we call setting aside money for green money and red money.
Okay.
Green money is going to be established by your Social Security, your pension, if you're fortunate enough to have that, and red money is basically savings
How's
accounts.
that air
So
compressor
it's
sound to you
basically
guys?
money that you
Sound
have
loud or?
and you can use that for red money, investment from those sources to live comfortably. And then as years pass, you're meeting up with inflation, and that can also come from red money. So the whole idea of red money is for that to participate in its rate of return,
Because it's
basically.
right
Maybe
next to me,
you're allocating into
but it's in the
stocks and mutual
cabinet.
funds and things like that. You're doing that so you can keep up with inflation and pull some of those
And it
resources from
is
red
the
money into
California air
green. But at
compressor.
the end of the day, whatever number you establish
California
as
air.
your monthly budget, you have to live by that. And that doesn't mean that you can't plan for vacations and things. We want to be able to do that, but we want to be able to have our monthly day-to-day bills met by green money or guaranteed money.
Right. And when you're talking with someone and helping them develop that
It's in
red
the
money or green
cabinet.
money, you're going to be
This
talking about
cabinet
what
has,
they're
we
saving up
put
for
some
and what
holes
they're
in it
preserving
so it
for,
could
and then
breathe.
obviously
And
also what they're
I had the
allocating to
doors
invest
open a
so
little
that
bit
wealth can
there
grow.
too.
Absolutely. And oftentimes
Just
people think about needing
very
more
little.
money when you're
That compressor
95
works
or
really
old to
good.
keep up with healthcare and things. But a lot of my philosophy is to spend a lot of that money early in retirement,
Yeah.
right? Because right when we call it your
Yesterday
green
I
money, you split money
was
into
out here
various
painting a little
years.
bit
We
with
call
the
your
air,
go-go years, your
and the air
struggle
compressor
years,
was off,
and then
and
your
I had a lot of
happy
air
years,
in
right?
there.
So those
I'm like,
go-go years are
huh,
those years right after
something
retirement.
going
So we
wrong with
want
the
to make sure
gun,
that
and it
it's
really
safe
wasn't the
to many
gun.
middle-class Americans
I had the air
retire
compressor
because
off,
when
and
they did the
I
Alaska
was painting
trips,
for a good
they
while with
split
the air
that.
compressor
Some
off.
went home and moved down to
And
Arizona
it's
and
a
other
one
places.
gallon tank.
They were enjoying their go-go years, but they got to the point where my father was done traveling anywhere
All
for a
right,
year or
I
two
said I was
later.
gonna go with
Now
the
you get
darker
ready for
gray,
when
so
you enter into your
let
slow-go
me
years.
get that
Because you
out.
have to have money set aside in those early years to make sure you're doing those fun things because you spent your entire life accumulating, saving, and part of that needs to go towards enjoying it. You can't take your money with you
Ah, I just noticed that.
For those no-go
You
years,
guys really don't see up
what are
there.
the costs for healthcare and those types of things come up?
All right, so really great insights. We'll carry this on the other side of the break. Now,
Nope,
stay with
we'll
us
do it
because
that
coming up,
way.
Jason will share some key steps to help keep your savings safe
Now
and
you can see
confident
the
today. Later, we'll
squirrel.
show you some ways to
Now you
help
see the
protect your
squirrel up
savings if a
top.
plan has sprung a leak. We'll be right back.
Right?
They say knowledge is
There
power.
you go.
Whatever your
That's
target
what I'm
or your
painting.
goals are, they'll probably never say you know too much. The same is true with retirement. The more you know, the more prepared you'll be for everything in store. And we've made it easy to get started. This free offer is packed with knowledge to help answer some of retirement's biggest questions. It's our gift to you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Act
That's
today.
what I'm painting. That
Take
squirrel up
control
top.
today.
More is usually better, but not when it comes to taxes and retirement. Tax rates may seem
Alright,
high
we
right now,
need
but these
the
could look different for
reducer.
what you ever see again. Think how that could impact your retirement. The good news is there are strategies you can take advantage of now to help lower your tax bill later and help get the most out of what you save for retirement. But don't delay. Time is limited and rates could rise soon. So act now to
A
get your
little
free
bit of the
tax analysis to
gray.
help uncover hidden savings and optimize your income in retirement. Take action and claim your free tax analysis now.
In life, it's good to know what you have to work with, knowing how many nails you have before building that birdhouse, knowing how much sugar you have before starting
Mix
that
it up
cake.
in the
Knowing
gun.
how much income you'll be able to count on in retirement. Retirement savings are one
I
thing,
got a
knowing
lot
when
of
those
air
savings can
coming
turn
in.
into income is another. Are you confident you know what your retirement income will look like? Call our team and get a free income analysis today. We can show you what you might expect for income in retirement. Find out now so you won't have to wonder later. Call for your free analysis today.
Welcome back to Retirement Legacy with Jason Lavard. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you doing enough to preserve your savings, or could there be a hole in your plan? Let's get some answers from Jason here in this part of the show. So, Jason, what would you say would be some of the biggest risks to our wealth during retirement?
Well, we can think of three big ones right off the bat, which would be taxes, healthcare, and market volatility. So first we'll start with taxes. Especially when it comes to income planning, when you look at things like Social Security or a pension or even withdrawals coming from investments, those are going to be gross withdrawals. So in the case of Social Security,
Right,
when
put
you're
a
looking at your
lid on
savings and you're
that.
going to get X amount per month, that is your gross total. So anybody that's, oh, you're going to get Social Security withdrawals, that's not the actual amount that hits your bank account. And when you think about gross versus net, what's more important? Obviously, the net is. And with Social Security, not only are you going to have
There we
tax
go.
amount, you're also going to have something called IRMA,
Lids on
as well
that.
as the
Put the lid
volatility
on your
risk that
paint.
also goes
Always
in
remember to
from
put
that.
the
So
lid back
healthcare
on your
costs are
paint.
coming out not only for medical things that might come up when you
You
need
should
surgery,
always
but
close the
also
lids
because
up
you're
on
also
your
paying for the insurance as well.
reducer
So
and
Medicare costs aren't flat in a way
your
that
airbrush
how
cleaner
much you pay for Medicare Part
stuff.
B is dictated
That
by
stuff
your
will
incomes.
dissolve.
So the more income you have means the higher you have to pay for Part B, which means the lower you
All
have
right,
to
now we're
pay
gonna go
on
back
Social
around with
Security.
the
So understanding the nuances of gross versus net is
darker gray
really
again.
critical when you're building out that budget
This
to
time
know
it's a
which way
darker
exactly your
gray.
funds will get. And then when you're taking additional withdrawals coming from IRAs or other savings, understanding what that tax implication is going to be.
Like I
It's
want to
important to
go
know that you're on
in
a
here by
base
his
amount
tail
that you're
there,
comfortable living on,
and
and then have
then
a
up his
volatile
back
income.
just a
Now,
little bit, a little bit over the
maybe
shoulder,
is
a
most
little bit
important
in
thing
there,
is understanding
and
when
come
you
out,
allocate
spray this
and when
way,
you're taking
go
withdrawals
there.
each month. If we
Just
can
to give him a little
make
bit of
sure that there's
texture
no
there.
volatility, that's exacerbated by the fact that I'm taking withdrawals each month. So having that properly balanced is going to help big time with those three areas.
Boy, when you talk about those three areas,
And like I
Jason,
said,
you
I
think
want to.
about when I think about what I want to do in retirement, it's not sitting around trying to keep track of all this
Right.
stuff.
Absolutely.
It's like playing golf. I'll do it on your own.
Exactly right. It's talking about and from a tax plan and also from a healthcare perspective, we add a lot of
Let it come out a little bit. Grab the stencil. We'll go here a little bit.
You don't need to make a change. Sticking to the plan sometimes is also the most appropriate approach. And it's not going to be a one size fits all. Each client is going to be different. So all the families we serve have, you know, their unique perspectives,
There.
unique situations. Now we have some consistencies in all of those families we serve, but you know, we want it to be individualized.
We'll do that one.
Being able to make adjustments is critical.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then especially when you think about how long retirement could potentially last, we can't really set it and forget it. You're going to need to make some updates throughout time.
My grandmother Marcella, and she was always at
Here a little bit.
There.
There.
It was unexpected passing, and he was beloved.
Keep his arm out.
Was beloved, been dead for.
Yeah, we'll go without it.
How wonderful the person he was. And he did all the finances for their family. And so when he passed away unexpectedly, it put my grandmother in this position of, you know, what do I do next? She lived another 35 years. And she was relying upon Social Security. She was relying upon the little savings that they did have. And in those days, you know, my father and his siblings, I think, kind of thought it was her business. It wasn't something that they maybe needed to get involved in. And we encourage the families we serve, hey, we want to have your children involved. If you want to have your grandchildren involved in these decisions, it's important that they know what your situation is, because you could live 35 years, 40 years in retirement, and we need to make sure that plan can meet all of that time.
Yeah, and just real quickly, I know we don't have too much time before the break, but talk about the importance
Whether it's a
Right
single one or a
there.
single man, to have their children involved in those decisions, so everybody's on that same page. And it's not as hard as one might think, and we encourage that at LaBarge Financial to have as many people on board as far, because healthcare can also change in a minute, and to have those resources already in place is extremely important.
Yeah, the last thing you want to be doing is scrambling to react. Having that plan in place ahead of time. All right, great insights, Jason. We'll carry this on.
Do that like that. That'll be that. Now we go with the tail a little bit.
Plan is seaworthy. If that sounds strange, well, trust me. You'll see what I mean here in a moment. Stay with us. You're watching Retirement Legacy with Jason Lamar.
Your dream car, the open road, and freedom. It's just one turn away. So you thought. Even when things look good,
Now we go down this here, just on the edge there.
at first glance, your investments might seem solid, but under the hood, what kind of risk are you exposed to? And what about taxes?
Just throw a little bit there.
Let your retirement dreams stall out. Act now and get your free risk analysis to help keep you in the retirement fast lane.
And that's part of the tree right there, so we don't mess with that. Tail comes off right here.
Think how that could impact your retirement. The good news is there are strategies you can take
Right
advantage
there.
of now to help lower your tax bill later.
Like that.
Get the most out of what you save.
Look like a mess, doesn't it?
Time is now to break real soon. Smack now to get your free tax analysis. Help uncover hidden savings and optimize your income in retirement. Take action and claim your free tax analysis now.
There.
So, how would you like to be paddling out in the middle of Chesapeake Bay only to find out that your boat is slowly filling with water? Well, that sounds pretty scary, right? Unfortunately, the same thing could happen with your retirement plan. So, Jason, what do we need to look out for so we can
There.
Thanks, Jen. In this week's More Than Money Minute, we're going to talk about something that's very important to most
There.
That's boating.
Now.
Whether it's a sailboat, whether it's a motorboat. I came from a landlocked state originally, so it took me a little bit of time to get used to
There,
and
like
enjoy
that.
Chesapeake Bay, and I've become very fond of it over the last several years because I have a great boat. I don't have a
that's the top of the leaf. I want this to be a little bit darker right here.
Can look like things like taxes, high fees, bad investments that used to be good investments
Between both leaves.
help
Got
their
that
cause.
leaf and that
Now,
leaf.
you
If
might
you
be able
look,
to withstand
both leaves
one
are
of
a little
those,
bit darker
yeast in your boat.
right in that
If you
area.
have several, that's going to turn what might be a small, easily fixed problem to a major problem. And we spent a lot of our episode today already talking about the impact of
They'll get
taxes,
darker
the
with
impact
the
of
leaf color.
fees. What I want to talk about for a
So
moment is bad
that'd be good.
investments. There's a big difference
And the
between
tail,
your
I'll have to lighten it up a
accumulation
little bit.
phase and your
But that's alright. I
decumulation
got my
phase or your
color
retirement
seems
phase.
pretty
Investments
close
you
to
may
what I
have
want.
a great
And
investment in
I
your
let it
accumulating
dry.
your wealth.
And I just hit the
It might
eraser
not be
just a little bit,
appropriate
couple
for
spots
modern
on that.
retirement.
It'll be
But
good.
we're all human beings. We become attached to things that we've had for a long
Yeah,
period of
it's at the
time.
ugly
Just
stage,
because we
right?
had it a long period of time and it used to be something that did a lot of good for us, doesn't mean that it does
That's what we
good
said
now.
about the girls
So
back
it's
then.
extremely important that you look at
They
your
were at the ugly
investments
stage.
and decide, is
And
that
boy, did
something
they
you should
grow
do
up
moving
looking
forward?
good.
And that is particularly true when you've already addressed things like taxes, right? We have a partner in some of those qualified accounts that you don't know what percentage ownership that partner has. I'm here to try to help you determine that. If that's something that interests you, please call the phone number on your screen and talk with somebody on my team. That's this week's More Than Money Minute, and let's go back to you, Jen.
Thanks, Jason. Coming up,
Yeah, I got always got to go to the little boy's room.
retirement. Don't go anywhere.
The
You're watching
doctor's
Retirement
office gave me a fluid pill, and when I take that fluid pill, I'm gone.
Now, whatever you're doing, whatever your goals are, they'll probably never say you know what to do. The
Oh,
same is true
I didn't
with
get his
retirement.
little foot
The more you
over
know,
there.
where you'll be.
I
Everything is
forgot I had that
everything
right
you need to
there.
get started.
I want to
This free offer is
take
packed
that
with
down a
knowledge to
notch.
help answer some of retirement's biggest questions. It's our gift to you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Act now and claim your free offer today.
Your dream car, the open road, and freedom. It's just one turn away. So you thought. Even when things look good, hidden problems can ruin your plan. Think of your retirement. At first glance, your investments might seem solid, but good. What kind of risk are you exposed to? And what about taxes, income, healthcare costs? Don't let your retirement dreams stall out. Act now and get your free risk analysis to help keep you in the retirement fast lane.
I have this gray really thinned down a lot.
Answer the questions today.
Or at least it's spraying like I got it thinned down too much.
Says living without a paycheck feels like a scary thing. Without money coming in from a job, what are some ways to keep my savings from shrinking during my retirement?
So, great question from Bill. And this is the essence of what we
That's
do
good.
for a living. So, at the end of the day, what do we do for the families we work with is what he is asking in this question. Number one, we're going to establish an income stream.
That's
That
cool.
can come from things like annuities. That can come from things like interest from bonds.
You know
That
what?
can come from simple withdrawals
I
taken from
got a little
investments.
bit up
So
there.
first thing we gotta do is we gotta make sure we have replaced that paycheck that he's been getting from work. And then from shrinking during retirement, that's where we have performance. So we want to look at income, and then we want to look at
Just a little bit to look like
and
something
making
up
sure
there.
that performance is earning over time, so we can continue to replace that income from shrinking is what we do. And determining what amount goes in each bucket is where the art meets the science. Because some people are only going to want some of their paycheck that they were getting in their working years. Some people are going to want more, right? So
Let
there's
that dry up a
a
little
different
bit.
approach for everybody. But this is in essence what we do every day.
Yeah, yeah. Retirement's just a huge transition to growth
That's a good stencil.
Adding that paycheck to this
And
organization.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
what I was born to do. This is my passion, and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. This question comes from Stephanie in Baltimore, who asks, should I be worried about inflation cutting into my savings, and what can I do about it?
So Stephanie in Baltimore, great question. Oftentimes, a lot of at my seminars that we'll do, I'll ask the attendees, what are we doing this for? Right? Every 2 weeks, you're working, you're putting money away in your 401k. Maybe you're fortunate enough to get a match, but at the end of the day, what are you doing this for? And I'll get a variety of responses for growth, for the future, and all those are
I don't
generic
care. That's the
responses.
I.
But the real
I'll
reason
define
is
that
because
later.
of inflation. That's the real reason that we're doing this, right? We're putting money away on one hand, and then we're hoping for gains or for growth on top of that money. But at the end of the day, we're doing that
Define that
because
later.
inflation has been
Down
wild
here.
the last several
Wanted to.
years. We've seen
It's
some
right
big
there.
inflation and we've seen some
So
consistent
we want to
inflation.
take
So
that back a little
monitoring
bit.
that over time and then making sure we're getting the performance from investments is a central part of what we do, and that we want to continue to do that because inflation is not going anywhere. Inflation is not the cost of goods going up. In fact, the cost of goods don't go up. It's the value of the dollar required to buy that good going down because they keep putting dollars in the system. So we got to get growth to
Uh,
address
it's
inflation.
alright.
It's going to be central to what our financial
Shouldn't
planning
play
process
with
is.
it. Watch. Still a little wet there.
Love that.
Right.
Okay. Next one. Edward
You're
in
better
Cincinnati
off letting it
says,
dry
I'm
off
retired.
before
I
you
feel
do too
confident
much
that I'm doing the
erasing.
best I can with savings and
And
trying to
that's
save
what I
money.
gotta do,
How do I
guys.
know if I have enough
I
money
got a
to
lot of
invest?
paint on there.
Another good question.
Um,
Investing, and
should I
as a
hit the
financial
tree a
advisor,
little bit
we
with this?
have
Yeah.
several different tools
Yeah, we'll hit the tree a
in
little
order
bit.
to address this exact question. And we can have all the best plans in the world, but there's still going to be variables that we just can't plan for. One of those is the cost of long-term care. Either nursing home or assisted living costs are increasingly going up alarmingly. And so we'll never be able to fully know that I'm going to have enough money to address that particular situation, but we still do the best we can with the tools that we have. And one of those tools that we use is something called retirement
Every
planning.
time I think I'm done with
It's
the
a
stencil, I end up picking it back up.
platform that we use where we
Uh,
look at all kinds of different variables in terms of
this is part of the
costs and
squirrel.
expenses and budget and
Tail
creating
goes into
that can
there.
help us answer this
So,
question.
but it's
This
alright.
is something that you want to continue to monitor and make adjustments if needed.
Yeah, and that's one of those questions for even people who have millions. When you look at how long retirement might last, what inflation might do, they're still asking that question.
That's
I
part of
see
the tree. I forgot about that.
similar questions about, well, every retiree needs $1 million at retirement, right? And we try to make blanket statements and make it apply to everybody, and you can't, right? Somebody may be able to retire with $1 million, but others cannot. So each one of us have different situations, different needs, different costs. So having a tool like a software to at least help us address those questions and make it apply to your specific situation is very important.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Here's one from Linda and Arnold, who says, I am worried about taxes taking a big chunk of my retirement. Taxes aren't something I've thought a lot about before, but I've
out of gray.
Generate income for life and leave a lasting legacy.
Yep.
Now is the time to connect with the team at Lamar
That's why she wasn't spitting that good.
entire team. I'm Jen Rizak. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you next week on
That's why it wasn't shooting that good. I'm out of gray.
The preceding program was a paid commercial, which has been paid for by the advertiser whose products and/or services were featured in this program.
Bathfitter does showers. That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower that fits your needs. Guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts in showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com and book your free consultation.
Tired of burning your paycheck on heating bills? Take advantage of Thompson Creek's incredible winter window sale. You can get brand new top quality windows in as little as 2 weeks. Give us a call today.
Fox 45 News holds your elected leaders accountable.
The dog bit him when he pinned it to the ground by its neck.
Do you think that he should pick up the dog and hold it next to his face?
Judge Judy, Monday at 3.
We're here to tell your story
We're struggling and we need help.
To get answers for you.
and to make sure the leaders you elect work on your behalf.
Fox 45 Morning News.
All right. I think we're good. I think we're good with that gray. Tree looks alright. So, put the lid on that. Let's see what we got here. I wish I had that one.
That's the question.
Yeah, leg cramps, that's always the issue. We'll keep our eye on that. For West Virginia, they have a senior three-point shooter, one of the best shooters in the country, Hunter Huff.
Woke up too early. Alright, I think we're good for today. Let's see how long I've been on here. I've been on here for a good while. Oh man, we're over 2:15. 2 hours, 15 minutes. That went by quick. But now it looks like it definitely looked like the ugly stage. The bow and that, like I said, I'm thinking about doing maybe, I do have plenty of colored pencils I could use on the bow and that, since it's so small and that.
Buy what you need, earn a little extra back.
Even on walkie-talkies,
I'll do the black though.
Betcha.
10 to 15 pumpkins.
I'll have to do the,
That works.
Absolutely.
yeah, I might do that with the colored pencil and markers, water markers. Hey, bravo, Russ. Welcome. Glad to see you here.
Coach says it doesn't matter if you win or lose the game, but that's what losers say. You gotta swim those hips, right? And you gotta swing.
Yeah, it's coming along pretty good. Maybe we should do some green leaves. Do the right color of the green leaf. Really light because they ain't gonna be bad. They need to be darker anyway later on.
Fill your eggs, pasta, and low cream eggs. Philadelphia.
What we could do is some of them.
Slow down, Hollywood. This isn't just a restoration.
Squirrel, I got a lot of paint in this area, so I want to get away from there and get away from all this color that I have going right now. Let it all dry up before I come back to it in a way. Because it's got to dry really good. But she ain't too bad. Ain't too bad. Thanks for coming on by, Brian. Thanks for holding your eyelids up long enough. I really appreciate that. Thank you for coming on by. Always a pleasure having you here. Carry the toothpicks for your eyes the next time. Maybe I'll have some. Oh, I know I'll have some. I got plenty of them. I got even the toothpicks, cinnamon toothpicks. There. Like I said, thank you all for coming on by. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to the channel. Hit that like and subscribe button. Tell your neighbors, tell your dogs, tell your cats to subscribe. And uh, get some more people to join the channel and that. That way it won't be so boring on my end. You guys will have a lot to chat about with each other, among each other and that. Get more people in here. Like I said, once I get to 1,000 people subscribing and that, we'll give away something original. It might even be one of them bottles or something like that. It's going to be original with my John Wayne on Hancock on there and everything. You'll get original stuff in that. So that's it for me. I'm signing off. Talk to y'all later. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. And I always enjoy having you guys here. Like I said, the black bear is done. I just got to buff him out. I got a clear coat on there, but I just got to buff it out. So there you go. And we started the squirrel with his bow and that. So awesome. Talk to you guys later. Bye.